Good day, everyone. Ladies, gentlemen, people, animals. I'm just kidding. Hopefully. Today I'm going to show some insights on how to learn English effectively. Of course, we all know that English is a global language that most of us need to know. Unless we're with our family all day and don't really go out. That's an exception. That's one exception, but there's way more exceptions. Let's not get into that. Anyways, tip number 1. Use apps. Of course, me and you, we all know that most everyone in Thailand stay on their phone on an average of 6 hours a day. That's what I found out from online, on a forum. Yeah, that's probably believable. But using your phone 6 hours a day could be a waste of time. Or is it? Because 3 hours of that could be spent on apps like Duolingo or Cake. Personally, I recommend Duolingo because it's a big fat bird that annoys you all day to learn the language you're gonna take. But I don't really know about Cake because it's kind of like a YouTube app that I found on Google. Anyways, I'm sorry for the awkwardness. Use social media in English. Don't we all use our phones? Don't we all? Now, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and way more. We can use English on those sites. We don't need Thai. I mean, we do for Thai news and more Thai stuff, but mostly if you want to learn English, use English social media. It's a great way for you to learn English, especially if you're addicted to your phones. Now, if you don't have money to buy a phone, which is okay, you can possibly buy a book. Yes, an English book. If you want to learn English, or if you want to learn Korean, buy a Korean book. Oh, and if you're just starting with that language, I recommend you to buy a dictionary from your language to English. That will make you understand the language even more from your own perspective. But books is not the everything. You can't use a book to know everything. Of course, if you're using a dictionary, you won't perfect your grammar. So you could go to other countries, go abroad on exchange programs just to speak to foreigners. Because the only most effective way to learn a language is to go to someone who is experienced and knows, who can teach you the language in your style. We can't understand anything if it's not our own style, right? So this is probably the most important thing, in my eyes, to learn English. It's a passport. We use it to go abroad, speak with foreigners, get more experience. You could even go to England and buy this hat. But if you don't want to go abroad, if you don't want to buy a book, if you don't want to use social media, you could just buy a dictionary and go through things in your house. Because let me tell you, most of the things in my house and probably your house are in English. Take a look at this. Vaseline extra brightening. You can find out what extra and brightening means. There's a lot of ways to learn English, and not just only these. In conclusion, I'm not telling you how to learn English. I'm just telling you some tips on how could you possibly effectively learn English. Of course, you have to find your own learning styles, take inspiration, and there's more complicated things than this, but It is how it is. If you want to learn English, if you're persistent in it, go for it. You could read books, write books, speak. The possibilities are endless. So, find your learning styles and go for it. Thank you for your time, and please, I don't need to win, but just give these tips to someone else if they want to. I'm an awkward guy, so thank you.